I'm George McCranie, serious personal injury attorney with offices in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia. And today I wanted to give you 5 driver safety tips to help prevent car accidents. And my law firm represents people injured in vehicle accidents, and we're here to help when tragedy strikes. But I also like to try and prevent these tragic accidents from ever happening. And so what I want to do is to talk about a few safety tips that will help prevent car accidents while you're out on the highways. And tip number 1, actually, it affects every driver. That goes for cars, trucks, semis, motorcycles, even RVs. Now, the AAA, they estimated that over 37.6 million people traveled over 50 miles from home this 2019 Memorial holiday. Now that's a ton of people on the road. Okay, so let's talk about what we can do to be safer on the highways. And the first tip is drive defensively. And basically pay attention to the other drivers and anticipate and avoid their mistakes that they make. Now, for example, if it's raining, it makes the road slick, it's harder to stop. So if you realize that it's raining and somebody's in front of you and a little close, you might want to back off because it takes longer to stop in the rain. And if you backing off in case they have an emergency stop or have a problem, then you've got plenty of room to avoid an accident. Another example is reduce your speed. So if you realize that somebody's getting on the interstate with you and there's going to be a problem, you might want to ease back just a little bit, give them some room to get in, sort of anticipate problems that other drivers might have, and that will go a long way towards saving yourself from getting in an accident and getting hurt or somebody else getting hurt as well. Now, tip number 2, and this is a no-brainer, always wear your seatbelt. Okay, the CDC has a study, and they show that where wearing seat belts reduces the chance of an injury in a wreck by 50%. So really, I mean, it's just a no-brainer that you wear your seat belt. All right. Tip number 3, make sure your vehicle is in good working order. Service your vehicle at regular intervals. Have the brakes checked, very important. Also your lights. Your headlights, your turn signals, and your brake lights. Make sure they all work properly. If they don't, it can cause a serious problem if you're out there on the highway. Now, also check your tires. You want to make sure you got proper inflation and you have the right amount of tread on there. You don't have too much tread wear. And there's a trick to determining whether or not you've got good enough tread or enough tread on your tires, and that's the penny test. And what you do is you use a penny, turn it upside down with Lincoln's head down, and you put it in the tread of your tire. If the tread covers any part of Lincoln's head, then you've got at least the minimum amount of tread that you need to be able to operate that vehicle safely. Okay? Now, if it doesn't cover any part of Lincoln's head, then you're going to need to get new tires, because you certainly don't want to take a chance on a blowout or a tire tread separation. That kind of thing can cause a serious accident. Certainly don't want that to happen. So that's a little trick to help you with tire tread and whether or not you've got enough of that. Now, tip number 4, and it's a big one for me, and I'm a big proponent of this: don't text and drive. Put the cell phone down, because if you don't, studies show that you're 23 times more likely to be in an accident if you're texting and driving. And remember, if you got kids in the car and they see you on the phone, when they get old enough to drive, that's what they're going to be doing. So give a good example for the kids. Don't text and drive. I've been forced off the highway twice. I do a lot of driving here in South Georgia, go to a lot of courts all over the place, and I've been run off the road twice, literally. One time just down in the ditch. And I don't think that person ran me off the road ever even knew they did it. Okay? They never looked up. All right? So it's very important. Don't text and drive. And tip number 5, the last one: don't speed. It's just not safe. Speeding contributes to over 30% of fatal crashes in America. So speeding's not worth it. Don't speed. You'll get there in time. You'll be surprised. It'll only, instead of running 70, run 55, run the speed limit. You'll get there almost as quickly. Now, those are 5 safety tips that I wanted to get out to everybody. I hope it helps you. I hope it prevents an accident. If you have any question about this, or you've been in an accident and you've got injuries, feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at 833-927-6227, or you can go online to our website and you can request one of my books on personal injury cases, and it's called After the Crash. And it goes through and gives you valuable information if you've been injured in an accident or just want more information about what would happen or what you could do if you've been in an accident. Feel free to go on, fill out the form online at McCranielawfirm.com. We'll send you After the Crash absolutely free. I want to educate as many people as I can. And what the proceeds from these books and the book sales that we have for them are all donated to charity. Okay, so we try to help charities here in Georgia. So if you have a question, feel free to give us a call. We'll be glad to help you, and have a safe drive when you're out on the highways. And we certainly hope we don't see you, and we certainly hope you don't need us if you've been, because we want to keep you out of an accident. That's the way to do that. All right, thank you. I'm George McCranie, personal injury attorney with offices in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia. If you have a question, you can reach us 833-927-6227. We'll be glad to help you get the answers that you need.